welcome to episode 72 of FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. I am joining you today from a windy Leeds in the north of England in West Yorkshire. This is my channel where I talk about everything that I've been making and creating over the last 2 weeks. So that's mainly knitting and crochet and a bit of cross stitch today. Yes, it is the Easter holidays, so we may get interrupted because Minnie is downstairs doing some painting, but she might pop in and say hello. We've been out this morning at a garden centre cum adventure playground kind of place near us, which was freezing, to be honest with you. We were not prepared for the weather. We went out this morning, it was bright and sunny, and then it suddenly changed and it was freezing cold and not very nice. So yeah, I've got sand all over my face and my hair's all windswept, but there you go. That's what we're dealing with today. I've got my Brotherhood of Man cup because we're coming to that time of year, and I'm drinking, I think it's a vanilla chai tea from, I don't know where I got it from, Sainsbury's or somewhere. So yeah, welcome. Welcome if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining us. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer. If you would like to find me anywhere else on the internet, you can find me here as at FrannyDoMakes on most places. So Instagram, Ravelry, TikTok, all those places. Yeah, you can find me on there. And I will try and put show notes up, but I think I forgot last time. But you can normally find show notes for everything that I talk about. I will always put the name of the patterns that I talk about down below, and I will always put the name and the designer up on the screen. But if you want to have any information about the dyes of the yarn or the bag makers that make the bags that I show, then all that will be in the show notes, which is on the website, which is frannydo.co.uk. Okay. So, I don't really have any finished objects. No, I don't. I've got some works in progress, and I've got, some acquisitions as well. Okay, so let's go straight in with, it's finished for the month, so I will show you this. This is my Blanket Club project, which I am using the Blanket Club from Suzanne at Green Lambkin Yarns. This year the Blanket Club is Blooming Lovely, so each month is based on a different flower. So we had Hellebore for January, and we had Narcissus or Daffodils for February, and this month we had if you've not got yours already, then skip along to here, and then you won't see the colours. Okay, so this month for March was Pansies or Viola, and these are the colours, which are very nice. And I have added them to my granny triangle blanket that I am making. So that's the front. So this was January up to this purple, this was February, and then these ones from here downwards are the colours for March. So let me show you there. Let me hold it up in front. There you go, there's the colours there. So there was this sort of pinky yellow one here, and then this one was more like white, sort of an undyed with like speckles in, and then there was this sort of darker purpley, almost orangey brown colour that you get in pansies, and then the bottom one is this lovely purple. So there we go, that's how it's looking at the moment. Oh, hello. And all the ends are sewn in. It's going to be pretty huge when I finished it. It's going to be lovely. Yep, so I'm just doing a granny triangle pattern. It's not a pattern as such, but I'm using a 4mm hook. 4mm hook. And yeah, there's not a lot to say about it really. It's just a standard granny triangle. There we go. Yeah, but I'm enjoying making it, and I like that it uses everything up, so I won't have any extra bits. It's just all going to be in there, and it's showing off the colours lovely. It looks so nice. Yeah, so there we go. So that's finished for the month. So hello if you're back. That's all the club done. So that's that. Right, what else have I got to show you? Okay, I'll show you this, but there's not a lot to see from last time because I've pulled it back and I've re-knitted what we were up to. So this is my Kintra. So if you remember, I showed yours about this point last time, but when I held it up I could see that there was like a darker and then a lighter bit with a different colour, with a change in the, oh that's come off, in the yarn ball. Because I should know better to alternate the skeins when I'm using hand dyed yarns, but you know, I thought oh, it'd be alright. But so there we go. It's back on track now, and that is much more even now. So I'm using I've done it again. I'm using helical knitting. Hang on, I'm just losing my stitches. Go back. Yep, I'm doing helical knitting for the body, and yeah, I'm much happier with it now. It's not looking like there was that big band across, and it's not too stripy either. It's looking quite nice. Did try it on, it is a little bit snug, but I'm hoping that with blocking it'll come out a bit. Fingers crossed, otherwise it'll just be a snug. I think it's also because the neck is high, because it's going to be a folded over thing. I ought to fold it down and sew it down. Oh, I haven't said what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my Vibes tee. This is a pattern by Tif Neilan. And yeah, it's lovely. Fingering weight, good for using leftovers. None of this used a full ball of anything. I had like half a ball of most things, and the pink was only a mini, so I only needed a mini of that. I didn't use much of this dark either. Yeah. So I would recommend that pattern as a good use for leftovers. So the yarn in my Kintra is Stranded Dye Works for the main colour, and the minis are from the Indie Yarn Club, which were minis that I got throughout the year last year. So hopefully I'll get the body done for next time and be working on the sleeves. So that's that. The other thing that I've got some progress on is my Cosy Classic Light that I was working on. So this is using some stash yarn as well that had been in stash for quite a while. So these are some of my oldest stash yarns that I got from, I think, from Yarndale, about 2023, 22, 23, I think. It must be 22 actually. Yeah, so it's yarns from Hannah at the Corner of Craft. It's her Chromatic Yarns yarn. Hang on, because that's got, there we go, the label. And there's two main colours. There's the darker one, which is Merfolk Lagoon, and then the lighter green, which is Jazzy's Chaos, and the colour in between is just some Yarn Smith's Merino sock in the colourway teal. I think it's the teal. So yeah, I've just got one more stripe of the Merfolk Lagoon and then the ribbon to do on, and then the body's finished. I'm really pleased with this, it's turning out really nice. I might have to change the stripes for the arms. I'll have to weigh my yarn and see what I've got left. There's a lot of blowing out of the colours today, but yeah. I think that'll be nice when it's finished. I do love the gauge of this pattern, it's really nice. So it's the Cosy Classic Light by Jessie Maed Designs. She has a Cosy Classic Raglan, which is the DK weight, and then this one for the 4-ply, but it's just such a lovely gauge. It's really light and airy. You use a, I don't know what it is it a 3.75mm needle, so it's not too big. It's got a decent, you know, it stays together quite nicely. It's good stitch definition, and yeah, I'm loving it. I'm really liking it. I'll definitely, well, I have got yarn for another one of these, so I'll definitely be making another one. Oh, so cute. I do like it. And I'm glad to be getting that yarn used, because it was just sitting in stash. I didn't know what to do with it. And yeah, it's knitting up really nice. It's so soft, and I have my red one and I get a lot of wear out of that. I think I much prefer a fingering weight jumper, because I do run quite hot, and they're just, it's enough for me really, the thickness wise. DK I tend to get a bit warm. So yeah, I think that's the way for me to go. And now I'm wearing this, I fancy another one of these, but you know, with all the plans, haven't we? It seems to be the Soft Accents bag club today, because all the projects so far have been in one of Jackie's bags. So this is Jackie of Soft Accents. Oh, they're just so much fun. I love them. There you go. So she's Soft Accents UK. She does have a website as well, I'll link it down below. Yeah. Maybe I need another one. Maybe I do. So they're all the garments out of the way. And I have cast on a shawl for the Spring Shawlathon. So this is the make along that myself and Helen are running, Helen of Giddy Knits and Giddy Yarns. So the Shawlathon is make a shawl between the 1st of April and, well, the make along is running between the 1st of April and to the end of June, but you don't have to finish it, but you can't have cast it on before the 1st of June. That's the only rule. And it doesn't really have to be a shawl. It could be a scarf or a wrap or any other kind of things, even a cowl, like a big cowl if you wanted to. But try and think of the amount of yarn that you would be using. So I am making, you can share it using the Spring Shawlathon 2025 hashtag, but make sure to tag me in it as well. And you can also enter via the Ravelry thread as well, which I'll link down below. Okay, so I have cast on the Stripeometry shawl, which is a pattern by Stephen West. And I have done the first section there. And I am working on the second section. Oh no, and all my stitches have just come off. How has that happened? Oh, next more hair. Give me a minute. It's like I was halfway through a row or something. I don't know what's happened there. Anyway. Yeah, so here we go. So that's the second part of it. It's a bit hard to show because it's all on spare cords. Oh, I love these colours together. So the yarn is yarn that I got from Stephen and Penelope when I went there in November. I've got some stitch stoppers somewhere. Are they in here? Oh, here they are. No, they're not. No, they're not in here. But I've got these two are Punk Rock Unicorn. This is Watermelon Sugar Pop, and this is Neon Peach. And there's the label for Punk Rock Unicorn. So it is 85.15 is their sole base, and then the mohair is this aquamarine from West Knits, West Wool Glow Hair. I'm only holding it single. I kind of wish I'd held it double, but I'm not taking it back now, and I think it'll be okay. Yeah, so I'm enjoying it. I've just been working on the garments a bit. I was working on this solidly for the first sort of week and a bit, so yeah. Oh, and that's got my little fish on it. Where is it? There it is, the little fish from Hannah at the Corner of Craft again. Come on, fish. There he is. So he's on there. So I know which is the front. Well, I know which is the front, but it's fun, isn't it? Yeah, so that's on the way. Also, Living in Soft Accents bag. It's also got a bag charm there on from Green Lambkin. Oh, I'm going a bit fast. I think because I've got Minnie downstairs and I don't want to leave her too long on her own. Okay, I've also got a new cast on of a pair of socks. That's living in this little bag that I bought just from one of those funny little gift shop kind of places. It's made by, I can't remember, London Travellers Case or something. I can't remember what they're called, and I've got rid of the tag now, but anyway, done it again? No. I am just making some socks for Mr. B, using some commercial sock yarn. This is some Kinkle Zigzag. This is the colourway Dragonfly. I've made mini some socks out of this before. But I'm using another pattern out of Nancy Wheeler's Knitsy Pappy's collection of columns, but this time I'm just doing it on one side. Oh, you see that? So it's just this sort of yarn over past the slip stitch kind of thing. It's called the skip pattern, SKYP. But I'm just doing it on one side and then I'll do it on the opposite side for the other sock. So I've done almost the leg of this one. I might do an afterthought heel. And this is just some West Yorkshire spinners here for the heels and toes. I can't remember what colour it is. It's just like a navy blue. I'm using 2.25 needles and a 64 stitch sock for those. I love this bag. So clever. Yeah. Okay. Right. And I also picked up my cross stitch last night because I thought, I was watching Helen Giddy Yarns and she was sharing hers and I thought, I know what I've not picked up in ages. So this is one of the stitch alongs from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. This was the Enchanted Realms stitch along, which was last year's, but obviously I haven't finished it. I did like the first part and then, so this is where I'm at. I have done all the dragons are done, and then now I'm working on the mermaids, so this just needs her eyes putting in. And I went a bit wrong on that sort of seaweedy bit. That seaweedy bit that's next to her here, I went a bit wrong in there, but it looks alright. Yeah, so I'm going to try and pick this up a bit more often and get some of it done because I've got all the way around here to get finished. Although I don't know if I've got the last part of the pattern. I'm sure I will have it on emails or in my phone somewhere. But yeah, so the next part of it I've got left to do is I've finished her, and then I've got to do this star, this lady, mermaid, and this merman over here, and the fish there. But I've done the building, and then there's these weird bits of like this stuff here. And then after that, I think it's fairies. Have I got that in here? Oh yeah, fairies. Fairies. But then that means there must be two bits. One. Let me check my phone. Alright, there's unicorns, and then there's like wizards and elves and stuff. Hang on. Oh, I've got, yeah, there's 4, 5, 6. So there'll be unicorns and a rainbow, and then a wizard and a phoenix and some magic stuff. And then these look like elves and gnomes. There. So I've got the full thing. It'll be a big circle like this. I'm literally just here. I really didn't get far at all, did I? So I'm going to try and pick that up a bit more. I'm going to see if I can get the rest of that printed out, because for some reason I've only got a couple of bits printed. I think it's when I left my old job. I used to be able to print stuff out at my old job and then in colour, and now I can't. So I don't think I've got any more. No, that's something else there. Yeah, so hopefully I can get a bit more done on that, because I do quite enjoy it. It's just quite, I have to concentrate on it a little bit more. And it's hard to see at night time, isn't it? I've got my light on, my serious reader light, which does help. But yeah, it'd be nice to actually get it done, because I do have another project in here. Hang on. Which again I never got round to actually finishing, which is Pretty Little Hawaii. I don't know what I actually got done of that one. That's in here as well. I got that much done of that. I mean, it isn't bad, but there's still a lot to do. But I'm really, I've got loads of the, I've got plenty of the threads. I get a bit stressed out about the thread management and thinking, oh, am I going to run out of the colour? Which I know I won't. I've got loads of the colours. I should not worry about it so much. Yeah. So hopefully you might see a bit more of that done. I need to get some more of it printed out. Okay. Right. I had cast on a flax last time for Minnie, but I've pulled it out because I didn't like how the yarn was knitting up. It was meant to be a DK weight cotton, but it was very thin. I'd say it more like a sport weight, and it was just coming up too gappy. So I ripped it out, and I've now destashed that yarn anyway, so that's gone. But I have thought, because I'm enjoying my stripy jumper so much, I thought I would make one for Minnie, because I'd bought this pink Yarn Smiths. It's the colourway Cotton Candy or Candy Floss, I think, or maybe Fondant Pink. It's something like that. So that, and then I've got the leftovers from my exploration station. So I thought some nice stripes of that would be quite nice with that. So I'll probably do a flax light for her. So that's bagged up in this bag from Julie Makes, which I got when I went to the Leigh Family Yarn Retreat. It's a wintry bag, so maybe I won't get it started for a while, but the plan is there. I'm going to leave it with my other plan, which is my where the other Yarn Smith, the blue yarn. I love that blue, it's so nice. And all my blues and greens are in there for the Horizons jumper by Pip & Pin. Okay. Right, so that is all the works in progress. I'm sorry that I haven't got anything finished, but I'll try and focus on one thing and get something finished. But it is, I'm part of the Discord with Roro and Cades, and I'm part of her Patreon as well, and we probably will do a, what do we call it? Crack the whip. Well, we get rid of a load of whips, so through May, so hopefully I'll get a load done. Right, so moving on, I have got some acquisitions, mainly because I'd done all that destashing, and I thought I'd treat myself. I'd got rid of a load of single skeins, so then I've proceeded to buy a load of single skeins. But anyway, I was wearing my I've got some socks, some little shorty socks that are the Rhodile pattern. I'll put a picture up here, and they're in my sweet eggs yarn, which is from Noodle Soup, where it looks like cream egg wrapping. And then I'd seen these because I think I'd seen it anyway because I follow them on Instagram, but then also Ruth from Ruth Loves to Knits on her last podcast, which is going to be the last one for a long time. I'm really sad about. We'll miss you, Ruth, we really will. But she had bought this as a treat for herself for her birthday, and I couldn't resist it. This is All Sorts, as in the licorice kind, by Coastal Creatives, Links from Lincolnshire, hand-dyed yarn. Look at that lovely label. I love this new label. So I bought the main colour and also a set of the minis as well. So I will make myself and my sister some socks out of those, because how fun are they? I'll probably make myself some shorties again because I like those. So that's the first lot. And the second lot, I've been shopping a lot on Vinted at the moment, and I'd put some of my D-stash yarn on there as well, so a lot of it is sold on there. And I thought, oh, I've not thought to look for D-stash stuff on here, and I managed to find someone that was doing a big D-stash of some hand-dyed stuff, and I managed to get a little bundle of these. So the first one is another Chromatic Yarns sock set. Look at that sparkle. Hannah's yarn is the sparkliest sparkle yarn ever. And this one is called Lend Me Your Fears. So it's this gorgeous, look, it's like a galaxy. It's gorgeous. And a turquoise mini. I'm seriously considering a magpie tendency out of this, because it's so gorgeous. And I want to use it all up and show it off. That one. And also she had some of lovely Beth from Beehive Yarns yarn in there as well. And this is her patisserie sock set. I think she did a patisserie advent, and so this might have been a Christmas Day skein or something. This is in DK, which I didn't realise at the time, but it's her Darling DK. Merino nylon. Oh, it's so pretty. So some nice DK socks for me would be lovely with that, with the lovely red. Oh, Beth yarns are so pretty. They're so delicately speckled, and oh, they just, look at that. Oh, so nice. And there's a bit of brown in there as well, like chocolate box colours. Delicious. So yeah, I picked those up as well in a D-stash. So I got them in a bundle and had a bit of discount, so that's really nice. So I would recommend getting on there if you want some cheaper yarn. And I think that's everything that I need to tell you. Yeah, I had a bit of a tidy, so I've moved some stuff about. Tried to get my label maker to work again, but it's a bit dodgy, so some of them are a bit of a hodgepodge. Right, I think that's everything. Yes. Oh, and leave me an emoji. Leave me a comment. Tell me something. What have you cast on anything for the Shawlathon? Have you cast anything on? Leave me an emoji of, I don't know, something sweet to go with my All Sorts. Something sweet. So, I hope you've all had a lovely 2 weeks. I hope you have a lovely 2 weeks ahead. I hope you enjoy Easter if you celebrate that, or if not, the time off if you're in the UK, or whatever else you might be celebrating in the next 2 weeks, birthdays or anniversaries or anything else like that. I wish you well. And yeah, there will not be any Monday making vlogs 'cause it's Monday today and I've just been out with Minnie all day. So, at an adventure playground, like I said, so I can't really film anything there. If we do anything tomorrow that I can film, then I will try, but it's a bit hard when you're going to be around places where there's going to be a lot of other children there. I obviously can't film and put it on YouTube without anyone's permission, so yeah, that's what we're at. But I will get this podcast filmed and uploaded for you as soon as I can, and if there's anything else to upload then I will. But yeah, thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely 2 weeks. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye.